stuff. We're just getting our feet on the ground right now. But the energy's good and the vibe is good in the building. Everybody's excited to be here. So it's fun to be out there.
Until James can get more involved and stuff and is clear for more practice, what type of stuff do you want him to be working on, particularly with Dayon?
Who is this?
James.
James. He's doing a lot of really basic fundamental stuff with Dayon, which is actually kind of a good thing, you know. So I think Dayon is looking at it like this is a time to take advantage of the opportunity to work on the minutia. So where he may not be able to, you know, go live and be in certain drills and that sort of thing. Let's really lock in on some of the basic footwork fundamentals, and then, so they go to a side hoop and do a lot of work like that.
Steve, obviously the vaccine story is going anywhere. What was your reaction to the league saying that players wouldn't get paid if they didn't comply with local laws that are in place?
I read the news and had no reaction. It's just news. It's you know, I knew they had to decide one way or the other, and that's the way they went. So,
do you think, having lived in all the different roles of the player, the coach, as an executive, do you think there is any chance that the league and the union at some point in the future would say, look, everybody's got to get the vaccine in order to participate?
like the next pandemic, hopefully 100 years from now. I think anytime you've got labor negotiations in sports, probably in any business industry, there's just going to be stuff that has to be negotiated and ironed out. So I was a player rep during my time in the league for many years, and there's a lot of stuff that has to be negotiated. So it's all sort of business as usual. Whether it's you know, how to guard pick and roll or how we're going to navigate the pandemic. Doesn't matter what the issue is. Andre makes things easier because he's really smart and knowledgeable and can communicate in every direction, you know, to the rookies, to the vets, to the training staff, to the coaches, to the ownership. That's what being a vet is about. You've seen how the NBA operates, and you understand how the whole kind of circuit of information needs to flow, and how to build trust within that circuit. It's all part of it, and it's really tricky. So you really need people like Andre to tie it all together. So we're incredibly lucky to have him back. I'm a big fan of Mike, great teammate, really good player. You know, he's smart, he's tough. He's got a live body, you know, in transition. He can go up and catch a lob or dunk the ball, you know, on the break. You know, really good three-point shooter. So I think he's an excellent player, and really enjoy coaching. Wonderful guy.
Everybody, when they're trying to establish themselves in the league, goes through this where you're trying to get a spot, you're trying to get a guarantee. How do you think Mike's handled that as he's tried to solidify a place in the league?
Yeah, he's handled it beautifully. That's one of the reasons he's here. He's very professional. He gets his work in every day. He went through this last summer, or last training camp, I should say, having to work to make the team. So he understands what this is about, and but he's put himself in a great position through his hard work and his production on the floor last season.
Let's go to Anthony on Zoom.
Yeah, Steve, Kuminga, what have you thought of him through, you know, his first couple NBA practices, and how do you view him early in his career? As like a small ball 4 or 5, or just like, what do you think of him as a rookie?
Yeah, it's only been 2 days of practice, so we're kind of trying to figure that out now, but you know, right away, immediately, he looks like a 4. Because of his power and strength in his body and ability to guard multiple positions. I think the easiest way for him to make an impact would be, as a 4, in terms of limiting what he has to do offensively with decision making, being a dive man, a roll man, a DHO guy, and then being great defensively. So those are the things that we want him to work on, and that we'll work on with him. And but like I said, we're 2 days in, so he's got a long way to go. Talked about this yesterday, but Jordan Poole, it's taken him 2 full years to get to where he is right now, and so with Jonathan and Moses, we're at 2 days, so this is going to take a long time. It's you don't just show up at 19 in the NBA unless you're Magic Johnson or not many exceptions. LeBron, there aren't many exceptions though. It takes a lot of work and a lot of experience.
Are you going to want to get him out there a decent amount in preseason because of the low stakes, just to kind of, it's something you basically couldn't do with James the last couple of years, but get him those low stakes reps?
Yeah, we'd like to. We'll see how the games go. But we've got to try to see our young guys, but we also need to kind of get our vets the minutes they need to build rhythms and get them prepared for opening night. So we'll try to find the best way to do that.
Now that you guys are scrimmaging a little bit more, what is Clay able to do when everybody else is on the floor doing everything?
Mostly shooting, yeah. He just and a little trash talking too. You can hear him chirping away from the corner in a very amusing way. So he's fun to have around.
One more here. Michael's on the plate.
One of the other guys I haven't asked you about yet this preseason is Langston. What do you see in his game, and why do you think he's a fit here?
Langston's great, just rock solid. He's like a big guard version of Kevon Looney. He's always making the right play. He's got a really composed veteran presence. It just feels like a grown-up, and he's been around now. It's his 8th year, I think. So it's nice to know a guy's got experience because he's seen a lot of different things that won't catch him off guard. And very, very good shooter. Combo guard, can handle the ball some, make plays. And we like basketball players, I know that sounds funny, but what I mean by that is we don't necessarily say we need a point guard, we need a power forward, we need, we have a lot of interchangeable parts. We got guys like Ron and Andre and Draymond who are, 3s, 4s, who handle the ball, who sometimes lead us in assists. We're a little unorthodox because everyone shares the ball handling. So we like guys who other teams might call tweeners. We kind of like guys who just understand how to play and are pretty skilled. That's what Langston is.
Good.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Bill. All right, Michael Mulder should be up here in a minute.